Previously on Plotty Time. Cosmo Kramer.
No, Cosmos. There's multiple Kramers.
Oh. And
It gets real high and mighty about the whole roadie lifestyle.
Yeah.
yep. And then, boom, collapse, stage, dead.
Killed. A monster.
Yeah, let's keep that in.
Well, I was going to edit it out, and then you had that zinger, so now I guess it's staying. Hey, everyone, and welcome to Plotty Time, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail with all the necessary and appropriate backlash. On one side of the table, we have Chump Slap.
He saved my life once. I saved his life twice, so I was one up.
On their side of the table, Dr. Syintist.
Name's Artemis. I have a bleached asshole.
Awesome. My name is Poppascotch, and as I always say, psychosomatic auditory hallucinations. Most people have to pay for such a thing. Welcome to Plotty Time. Big news. We have nothing for the crevice this week.
Oh, another
Did you even
perfect
check an
episode.
episode last week?
I did not. So we were perfect by... I didn't find anything wrong, right?
That's true.
So
Neither did I.
Perfect. Great. So let's go ahead and we'll just move right into... Let's just skip the crevice. Let's just do a little jump skip over the crevice.
No problem.
I mean, you can still smell it, like when you jump over it.
Oh, it stinks.
Roll that window up.
Let's go. Let's go into what do we do this week. Dr. Syintist, playing, watching. What's going on with you?
Well, I finished the Borderlands DLC.
What'd you think? Thoughts?
It's Borderlands.
Whoa,
Fair.
profound.
Fair. I mean, no, I know exactly what he meant. I think I got it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I enjoyed playing it. I didn't hate playing it.
You find all the good guns,
I found guns that get me through the game.
so that's a no.
Yeah. I'm not going to sit there and farm things when I have guns that already melt through enemies. Unless I make them bullet sponges.
but the new guns are new.
Yeah, you don't get it.
I don't even have all the old guns. And I hate going through my vault, getting rid of all the useless ones when I get new ones.
What is, just out of curiosity, what's the vault up to now?
I think I have 260.
Yeah.
That's been growing, because I think the last time I checked was like 150?
Yeah, they add more, I think, in every DLC and every update.
Yeah, then you just take them all out because they're under-leveled, throw them away.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of pointless to even have the vault, but
Well, I have one of everything that I found so far.
not me. I just emptied it out.
Loser.
Why even... Not why have a vault, but why even have a vault cap then if we're just going to eventually get to that point? You know what I mean?
Yeah, when there's
why
more
bother?
spaces than there are weapons in the game.
Yeah.
Well, there's 100 billion spaces.
Yeah, who cares? Why not? Fuck it, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
What else is going on with you?
I watched Eurovision, the
Like-
new Will Ferrell movie.
I saw it exist. What are your thoughts?
It's okay.
Where does it stand on Will Ferrell?
I mean, it's the same role he plays in every movie, but it's just Icelandic.
I don't know.
See, I think like the good mid Will Ferrell movie is The Other Guys.
Oh, it's not nearly that good.
Oh, that's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one of the best Will Ferrell movies.
Do you think that's more top tier? I mean, Anchorman's up there. Step Brothers, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was better than Elf.
A lot of people really love that movie.
I know,
too.
a lot of people do. It was
I don't
below
get it.
average, but
It was fine. It's fine. I have nothing wrong against Elf. It's just people really like it.
there are parts that'll make you laugh.
Sure.
I mean, it's no Zoolander either, but
So is Elf the middle?
my Elf might be the bottom. Let's just say this is the new middle.
Okay, fine. But where does semi-pro come in?
Oh, it's better than semi-pro.
Oh, well, are you sure?
Yes.
No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
And I finally broke and bought Disney Plus.
You loser.
Oh, was it for Hamilton?
Yes, so I could just watch Hamilton.
Nice.
It's worth it just for that.
I watched it too. It was great. I liked it.
Yeah. I watched it twice because there was nothing else on and I didn't feel like playing video games.
A lot of big feelings with that show because usually not usually, but the other shows I've seen, they have bits mixed in the songs that are talking, and Hamilton did not. It was music for 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Shit, yeah, man.
But
It was great, though.
It was probably better than those other ones.
Book of Mormon was pretty great.
Yeah.
yeah.
Did win a Tony.
Yeah, that was in the musical.
Everybody has a Tony, man. I have one.
No, you don't.
It's in my trunk.
I got an executive producer credit on Spider-Man. That was it. Fucking musicals. Did you play anything else?
No,
Watch anything?
not at all. I almost had no time to do anything.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
Except watch Hamilton twice.
Yeah, no time to do anything. 7 hours for fucking...
It's less than 6 hours.
I don't believe it. I think you
2 hours,
paused it in
40
the middle.
minutes. I did. I
Yep,
just,
see?
intermission. I didn't watch them straight in one go.
Mm-hmm.
Who has that kind of time? I mean, it took me 4 sit-downs to watch this stupid video for this movie. The game we did.
It took me more than that. Just to understand what the fuck was happening. We'll get to it. We'll get all about it.
But that's all. What did you do, Poppascotch? What was your freedom weekend filled with?
Ooh, lots of freedom, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Explosions, because that's how we celebrate our country, with explosions.
Nice.
It's quite American, now that I think
Yeah,
about
it's
it.
the Ramparts Red Glare.
Right. So, I finished The Last of Us 2.
And
Thoughts? Spoilerless thoughts?
Spoilerless thoughts?
You Trump reading from a teleprompter?
That's a big word. Well, it was like a 4-banger. Yeah, 4-banger. So, I thought it was great. I thought it was a great achievement in video game storytelling, but way more about storytelling than about a game. I mean, it's just like the first one in the fact that you run around a little bit, you loot stuff around the place. You have those arenas where you go in and there's like 6 enemies. You got to either fight straight up or stealth kill or whatever. Gameplay is exactly the same. Story was great. I'm glad I played it. It's going to be an easy platinum, so I got to play it again just to get collectibles, basically. But I'm not in any rush to play it again. It was pretty fucking brutal.
yeah,
Like brutal difficult or brutal to get through, story-wise?
emotionally.
Emotionally, it was not what you should be playing in the middle of a pandemic when things are already not
Well,
great.
I mean, after the first one, you shouldn't have played the second one during a pandemic with just knowing the story of the first one. But
I mean, I knew what I was getting into. Like, it wasn't a surprise, but I was still like, holy shit. There was almost a moment, and this is not really a spoiler, but you know how at the end of the first one, Joel's a piece of shit?
spoiler.
Depends who you ask.
I guess I didn't think it did, but it does. Like, a lot. I thought this was like, we were all very much in agreement about this.
Oh, no,
I
he's a piece
assumed
of shit, yeah.
I thought
Everyone
it
else
great.
was like, yeah, what a piece of shit. Apparently the internet disagrees with us strongly on that.
What, that he's a piece of shit?
Yeah. I think he's
Yeah,
a great,
very much so.
Great character.
No, he's not.
Well,
Internet.
You're not talking to me. You're not
I'm talking to those idiots out there in internet land.
preaching to the choir. I think everyone's a piece of shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fair. Oh, great. So I don't even remember what I was getting at. So if you thought Joel was a piece of shit at the end, about 80% through the story, Ellie will be by far the bigger piece of shit. By far.
I don't think so.
He just told you didn't play it. Why you fucking?
I said I don't think so.
I mean, I know it's hard to believe. I wouldn't believe me either. But
She kills baby rabbits.
That's all right.
Wow.
wow, dude. Wow.
I mean, what are
I
rabbits
also, so I was done with The Last of Us 2. I needed something like repetitive I could play without the sound on that was really dumb.
do? Hold on. Tom Clancy's Division 2.
Tetris.
It was the Division 2.
Boom! Mic drop.
It has changed quite a bit since I played it. There's 700 million things you can do in this thing, and I just did a bunch of donations to get a new exotic weapon that's better than any weapon I've ever got. So I think it's at that sweet spot where even new people coming into the game can get really awesome stuff right away.
Oh, so you wasted all your time before.
Yeah.
Just like every game that has updates.
Yeah, this is the loot shooter genre. This is like the perfect time to finally start playing it. It's like, okay, I'm not going through all that timed event bullshit when I can just hit a button and start at level 30. Remember when Destiny did that and you could start at level, like, were they 30 or was it 20?
Yeah, 20.
Where you start collecting light, whatever it was.
Yeah.
They have something like that in the Division. Like, you just fast track to level 30 and then you can start the game there. But whatever. Then I watched stuff. Hamilton, which we already talked about. And then we watched Hamilton, and it was big feelings and really emotional, and it was great. And then we're thinking, like, we need to watch something stupid, like super dumb. So we watched
Tom Clancy's Division 2.
Eurovision.
No, we watched Hot Tub Time Machine.
Hey,
Nice.
that's a
Great
fantastic
movie.
film.
Oh, there's some feels in there.
Yeah.
There are some 80s good feels. And then also Race with the Devil, which is a lot slower than I remembered it being.
A movie called Race with the Devil is slow.
Yeah, I know, right? That's Race in the title. But it was Peter Fonda, Warren Oates are like, I don't even, not BMX, they're like dirt bike hobbyists, right? So they get an RV, they take their wives with them. One of the wives is the woman from the cast of MASH, which was pretty interesting this year.
Alan Alda.
No, that was not Alan Alda.
Yeah, and drag.
Loretta something. It was Klanger. It was fucking... Anyway, so they go like into the country in an RV, the two couples, they ride the dirt bikes, the dirt bikes around, and then they accidentally see a satanic cult sacrificing a woman and killing her.
Oh,
So then the
tale as
the
old as
hippie
time.
satanic cults come after him.
And they have dirt bikes?
Slowly. The satanic cult did not.
Oh, that's how they get away.
Yeah.
But it sounds awesome, right? It's super slow. It turns into like that weird Rosemary's Baby, like everyone looks like a bad dude and is staring at us, and ooh, maybe they are, maybe they aren't. That whole paranoia feeling thing. But it's like you already just had RVs forging a river. Like we don't need to go back to start. Anyway, that was what I watched. I'm done. What about you there, Doctor? No, we went to you. Professor Chump Slap.
I thought he was Sir Chump Slap.
Oh, I'm all of the above.
Esquire.
He's a professor, a sir, and a gentleman.
Oh, what'd I do? Played a little Borderlands.
Did you beat the DLC?
No, I just got up to level 16.
And bailed?
Was dicking around with mayhem levels.
What'd you get to?
What do you mean?
You could
Like what have you decided on as your man level?
I decided on 5.
5's not bad, but that's right before they get really spongy.
Yeah. Yeah, because after 5, it goes up like it's 3 times.
Yeah. 3 times what
health.
5 was.
Yeah. So I figured that would be fine. 10 is just ridiculously annoying. It just kept running out of bullets, so I was like, all right, I'll just die, get more bullets. So lame. It only had one gun that could hurt people on Mayhem 10 anyway.
That sucks.
Yeah.
But I love that moment when you get that gun, and then you're on your level and you've been shooting and bullet sponging all day. Then all of a sudden you get the gun and people die in like 4 shots. You're like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, this is what I should be using.
It was all worth it. And then I stopped playing.
And then, I finally achieved greatness. Now I'm done.
Exactly. Other than that, I just played a little Minecraft.
The update?
Yeah. Sweet update.
Are there crabs in this one?
Fuck no. Get out of here with that shit.
Sorry, I was way out of line. You're right.
Yeah, a friend of mine started a server, so I just decided to jump on there. Haven't seen anyone on it. I might have been lied to. Probably the only one in the world.
That's
Nice.
a big joke on you.
Yeah, it's like, look at this loser. But that's all I've been playing. Watched a couple movies.
That's new.
Yeah.
Did ya?
Mm-hmm. Watched this one called Rage
Rage.
with Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage and Rage?
Nicolas Cage in the Rage, yes.
Was it on a stage?
It was in a cage. Oh,
Yeah. Oh, you screwed up. Loser.
That's it.
Well, that was it for us this week.
His like daughter's kidnapped and murdered, and he used to be a badass.
Oh, like Taken
Yeah, so he goes on a revenge spree.
or John Wick.
Yeah, it wasn't that good though.
No, it's hard to believe.
Yeah,
It
I
had,
know. It
it
was
had
Nick Cage.
Nicolas Cage, yeah.
Come on. Watch the original Terminator.
Hold up.
Nice.
Fuck yeah, it does.
Nice.
There's not enough buff man ass in my movies anymore, you know?
You want to watch the right movies.
It's true. I guess not.
Oh, I didn't mean to, I don't mean to interrupt, but I feel like this is very important. Did you know that Nick Cage is shooting a film right now called Wally's Wonderland?
I saw.
Have you heard about
something
this?
About that, but I don't know what the movie's
Does it
about.
have arsonist clowns?
Almost. He plays a janitor who has to kill a bunch of out-of-control animatronics at an amusement park.
That sounds fun.
Isn't that
Right?
just stolen from The Simpsons?
I mean, it's Westworld. It's both of them.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
But I don't care. I want to see him. I always love, just like from The Simpsons, those shoddy animatronic shitty ones that terrify children by accident.
Yeah. I wonder
I'll
if it's going to
take
be like creepy as hell or just fun.
I mean, why don't they just shut the power off?
Because that'd be too easy.
They power each other.
Windmills, bro.
Like that,
I'm sorry.
It's like that classic King Missile song. If we
Detachable penis?
No, if we were wind-up toys, could we trust each other to wind each other up?
Wow, bro.
Or would we have to learn to wind ourselves up?
Man.
Deep.
Philosophical time with...
I don't think
Chump
the world's
Slap.
ready for that question.
They weren't 20 years ago when the song came out.
That's for sure. But other than that, I got into some Italian suspense movies.
Okay, like the Giallo films? Those?
Yes, Giallo. That's what it's called. Like The Black Belly of the Tarantula. You ever see this one?
I have not. Give us a rundown of this masterpiece.
Some guy's going around injecting women with this venom that causes them to be paralyzed but still feel. And then he just like cuts them open, just kills them that way. And so it's just about like detectives trying to go around and figure out who it is.
It's just murder porn.
Not really. It's suspense.
And it's arty. It's filled with long shots and beautiful colors, I'm sure.
Yeah. Then I watched some Dario Argento movies.
Oh, some Daria.
No.
No.
Watched Inferno. That's a good one.
I haven't seen that one in forever.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
What about, did you watch the original Suspiria?
No, I couldn't find it on anything to
Yeah,
stream.
bummer.
I know. I really wanted to watch that one, but it just Inferno and Profondo Russo, whatever. Deep Red.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, and what I realized was,
You watch shitty movies?
no, they're good. I love the soundtracks for Argento's movies. It's fucking crazy, like 70s synth rock.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a feel
Yeah,
to
it's
those
pretty
things.
neat. But I'll just go right on to the slapper of the week.
Ooh, here.
The Mole Man of Belmont Avenue.
I don't even need a description.
Yeah, you do. It's about these two friends who are like slumlords.
Ooh. I was still laughing, sorry. Okay, so you got two friends.
Yeah, they own like
Slumlords.
this building. It's fucking piece of shit. And the tenants' pets start disappearing. And they're like, what the fuck's going on? It turns out there's a mole man who lives underneath the incinerator or something.
Does he pay rent?
No.
Okay.
He's like a creature. And he comes up and he's eating pets. And he starts eating tenants. It's pretty out there.
Do you have a year for this? Is this newer or is it like 60s, 70s, 80s? What
No, it's pretty. Yeah. I think it's 20 teens, if I remember
20, okay.
correctly. But Yeah, it's a good one. It's interesting.
And what was that full name? Mole Man, what now?
Mole Man of Belmont Avenue, I think.
You
Mole
think
Man.
you saw it?
I know, but I don't remember what the avenue name was.
You can't believe you just can't type in Mole Man in IMDb and have it come up.
It'll just be fucking Hans Moleman quotes, which is fine.
Yeah, that's fine too.
The Mole Man of Belmont Avenue. Yep, that's the one. It has Robert England in it.
Yeah, he's one of the tenants
Are there sequels? Because there's an up to a Mole Man 4.
of Belmont Avenue.
It just says Mole Man 4.
Exactly.
I mean, we can dream, right? We can dream. But, all right. How about we get into some video game news / stuff?
Let's check out the news.
Hiya!
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Scientist. The biggest news coming August 21st, 2020, PGA Tour 2K21 available for pre-order. We got professional golfers like Billy Horschel, Ian Poulter, Tony Finau, Matt Kuchar, the Cooch, and Sergio Garcia.
Oh, a name I
Be
know.
a good one. You can play such courses as TPC Twin Cities, TPC Louisiana, TPC San Antonio, TPC Deer Run, and TPC Sawgrass.
What does TPC stand for?
The Players Championship?
Okay.
Duh.
It's a championship course. So, yeah, get out there, kids. You know you want it. I'll be first in line. And by that, I mean I'll be at my house till it shows up from Amazon.
Till it downloads.
Till it downloads.
Is it VR?
No, it should be, though. It can't be that hard to
Yeah.
just be in the thing and swing that stupid light stick. Get on that, 2K people. I showed them, guys.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be scared now.
When they listen to this.
The top 5 PS Plus games of all time came out. So these are the free games they give out every month.
How are they? Is it most downloaded or
Most downloaded.
most downloaded while free?
Yes.
Okay.
Most downloaded while free. So the game came out for free. People download it. Now these are in no particular order. They just gave us the top 5. So I don't know which one's 1, 2, 3, whatever. But number 1, Call of Duty. Well, in the list, Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered from March 2019.
Didn't download.
Second on the list and third on the list are both from March 2020, which is, if you're keeping score at home, first month of the pandemic. So it totally makes sense these were the most out, right? Like it.
Yeah.
I get it.
There should be an asterisk.
There should, because Sonic Forces should not be one of the top 5 most downloaded PlayStation
Didn't
Plus
download
games
it.
of all time. Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh, I own that. I bought that.
So you didn't download it?
No.
Exactly.
And then the other 2 were from 2018. June 2018 was Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
Didn't download.
And then September 2018 was Destiny 2.
Wow, none of them I downloaded.
Whoa, what a surprise. You
Yeah.
didn't download popular games.
You're so fucking cool.
I know.
Then we have another piece of entertainment news before we get into our one piece of ridiculous speculation. Bethesda announces a partnership with Amazon Prime to create a Fallout television show.
Yeah, I saw that.
Being the showrunners are Lisa Joy and Jonathan Nolan, who did Westworld. So
Okay, maybe.
Is it going to be set in the Capital Wasteland?
there's no details, just that there's a Fallout TV show. They said they wanted to take some of the seriousness of 1 and 2, but also add some of the sillier elements of Fallout. So I guess we'll see.
So it's going to be like X-Files with one of those crazy episodes in there.
Those are the best
Probably.
ones, though.
Yeah.
I was reading a Reddit thread where they were talking about this news, and someone was downvoted into oblivion, and you click on it and it says, well, excuse me for not for wondering if something by Bethesda is actually going to be good now. Like,
It's going to glitch out your fucking
Yeah.
Amazon Prime.
yeah, one of the articles about it said there is no confirmation about people glitching through floors or all of your progress being deleted. so awesome. And now the piece of complete total speculation.
Ooh, I'm
The best part
I'm
of
excited.
the whole episode.
Yeah. The problem is that this one might actually be true because it sounds believable.
Well, that's the speculation part.
Exactly. So there is a Silent Hill remake in the works from Konami after they saw the success of the Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 remakes that came out recently.
What a surprise.
Yeah.
So they're starting development in the very early stages of redoing original Silent Hill.
You know what? I'm tired of all these remakes.
So am I.
Just like movies, man. This is the downfall of civilization.
Yeah, man. Yeah, tell
Hopefully
them,
all
bro.
those losers in quarantine are making some stuff now.
Nobody's making nothing.
You're right.
Wow, all right. That was super happy. All right. Nobody's making nothing. You're right.
I heard they're remaking Satan at the Crick.
Oh, we should be so fucking lucky. We'll all hop on down to the Banana Club.
That was superhero Lemmy.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
That was a different thing. Kids, go ahead and Google those. We dare you. So, that's all I have for video game news.
So let's get on to this piece of trash.
Let's get into it.
Don't be fucking putting your negativity out there. We didn't even start.
Maybe
the
I'm
game
lying
yet.
and I actually like the game.
My man poops negativity. Like, what are you talking about? We shouldn't be surprised anymore by Dr. Scientist negativity because this week we are playing one of the games created by Goichi Suda, aka Suda51, and it is called Killer7.
Oh yeah.
Not 6.
Released July 7th, 2005 in North America for GameCube and PS2.
Oh,
Developed by
15 years
Grasshopper
ago.
Manufacturer and published by Capcom. It is an action-adventure rail shooter written by Suda51 and Shinji Mikami. Pretty sure that's close enough.
You got it. You nailed it.
You got to be more confident with your name, Sam.
Suda
You're right, I
52,
should.
We'll call him.
Yeah.
So, this slaps. Chump Slap, how about you give us a little lead in? Let's get through this. We can do it. I believe in us.
All right. This one's going to be a little tough because I don't know what the fuck was going on for half of it. But here we go. Early 21st century.
Dun,
Bop,
dun,
bop.
dun.
The all nations decide to make peace, stop all conflict. And there's a terrorist group called Heaven Smiles.
Most believable part of this whole story.
Yep. And they're going around. I don't know. Who are they even targeting? I missed.
Yeah, this story's a fucking mess. So,
Well, they're targeting
Like
someone.
the UN kind of.
well, they originally, I actually had to
yeah.
watch like 4 analysis videos about this fucking game before I even knew it was happening.
You mean like Chump Slap should have?
I did.
Exactly. So,
Exactly.
Well, yes, they targeted the UN in the beginning. They blew up the...
Yeah.
yeah, but they were like amorphous blobs that just exploded.
Yeah.
Yes, it was like a disease that...
Well, they
one of the guys
intentionally, I
can
thought
give
they
to.
intentionally did it so they could blow up.
No, you had to be touched by... what's his name? Len
Kunlun.
Yeah.
Right. Kung
He
Lao.
was able to make people into these explosive people. But anyway, some big shit going on between Japan and the United States. Japan's got like 2 parties. One of them's the Liberal Party, one of them's the UN Party. And the UN Party is trying to, I don't know, maybe overthrow the United States. We'll find out. So, here's where it all starts. My main man, Garcian Smith, just walking down the street, talks to his buddy, Christopher Mills, who is... Garcian is a assassin. Christopher Mills is the man who gives him his targets.
And I got the vibe they were friends or like they've known each other for a long time. They had a history.
Yeah, they look like buddies.
Yeah, they probably grew
Yeah.
up together.
Probably. They have the same accent, so obviously.
Yeah. Came from the same place. So then we just see Garcian just turn into some other dude. Like after he walks into a building, it just, the camera flickers. He turns into some other guy.
Yep.
So you just going through the first building, going to kill somebody at the top. And you run into, I call him Tank Top. I don't know his name. I think it's
Travis.
Is it? I don't know. Tank Top.
Tank Top works.
Tank top, perfect.
He's a ghost of the first victim of the killer7, and
Is that who he is?
yeah,
Because he's in there a lot talking to you,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Yeah, he,
who
like,
the
helps
fuck is
you.
this guy?
he seems to know a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very knowledgeable.
I hate how he talks, too.
Yeah, he was weird, but the fucking and then severed head. Do you guys know who that was?
No.
Some creepy fucking kid. I don't know. He tells you these stories about
Yeah.
how his parents molested him, and he fucking kills his dad and uncle or some shit. I don't know.
And you're forgetting has an eyeball in their mouth the entire time.
Is that what it was?
I thought it was like a pill.
I thought it was an eyeball.
He's giving it to the
Yeah.
assassin. He's like,
Or
here,
maybe a
take
ring?
this. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I was hoping you guys would know.
Either
Let's
way,
say a push pop.
it got my engine revved. I'll tell you.
I'm sure it did. But anyway,
I
you're
felt
going
gross.
through all this, and you get to the top of the building, and you kill. I don't even know if this person had a name.
The angel?
Yeah, I didn't see a name, just the angelic.
An anime
Figure.
looking angel person. Yeah, and that's it. And then we see Samantha, somebody. She's a Harmon's caretaker. Okay, let's talk about Harmon here.
Oh boy, there's a lot to unpack here.
Harmon's an old man, wheelchair bound, and he can, from what I understand, he can turn into any one of these 7 killers.
Yeah, I don't know if he killed them, but they were all originally at one point real people.
Yes.
And he absorbed their souls, and now he can change into any of them and basically get them into existence.
It's kind of like the same way he sees all the ghosts. They're all part of like him.
Yeah, okay, there we go. And they're pretty much immortal, I think.
Well, Garcian can revive them.
Oh, that's right, yes.
Which I thought that, to throw a positive in here, I thought it was cool that was a neat way to do like different weapons, different tactics, different things. Because while you're playing the game, you can switch to any one of those people at any time. And there's like some situations where only one person can get past it. That's right. That was just the game mechanic. It was pretty neat.
Yeah, it was cool, but I don't know.
Especially for the PS2 days.
Yeah.
I mean,
the whole style of the game, like the look of it, was just interesting too,
yeah.
to say the least. But there were 2 very distinct animation styles. It kind of confused the shit out of me because they looked like the same person looked totally different in like good animation, and then
Yeah, I was confused a couple of times on who was who.
There's like a dozen different animation styles because the Garcian in the first scene doesn't look like he has like his own animation style, and then you have a whole. I won't specifically say which characters, but you get to a bunch of different new characters that all have a different style.
That's true. Okay, yeah, it was weird. But anyway, you kill this anime angel person, and you talk to Kun Lan, who is Harmon's nemesis, I think.
Yeah.
From what I understand, they were just like, they go way back.
Yeah, they're supposed to be like the representation of the light versus the dark, the good versus the evil, the duality, that whole thing, that whole bullshit.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
But then this part was amazing. You try to shoot him, and he catches the bullet and flies out the window with it in his hand.
If I had a nickel.
And I think he lands on the fucking Space Needle in Seattle, right?
It did look like Seattle, but who knows in this crazy future time of 15 years ago where it was supposed to be.
Far, far in the future of 5 years from when the game came out.
Yeah, they definitely say Washington and such in here.
Yeah.
But then you go all over the place, so who the hell knows? So after that happens, it cuts to July 3rd, 1998. And this is all the backstory about how the peace was brokered and how the whole world decided to close all air travel and the internet to keep the peace.
Yeah.
It was so weird because this whole part was done like a documentary style. Like, it was very clear. This is what happened in 98. This is where we're at now. It was, and the rest of the nothing in the rest of the game is like that at all.
Nothing else is that cut and dry where they show you, hey, this is what happened.
And I was confused too because it was written 5 years after 9/11, and they completely ignored that happened. Like, oh, there's peace in 98. Everything's good until these smileys start attacking.
It's a separate reality.
No.
Yep.
I didn't get that.
If we're going to get into historical inaccuracies, this also puts Japan at the same level as the U.S. So, you know.
Mm-hmm.
When they're clearly better. Oh!
Exactly. Shots fired. Pew, pew, pew.
This close to America's birthday. But anyway,
boy.
They get rid of all air travel and internet, and they set up these intercontinental fucking monorails or some shit.
Sure, monorails.
Yeah. You can go across the ocean with a car.
Yeah.
I guess. Highway. It's a highway, I think. I don't know.
I don't know what the hell it was.
None of it makes any sense.
No. And then they decide to shoot all the nukes into outer space and blow them up.
Yeah, make nice fireworks.
It was the night of the fireworks, or whatever the hell they called it. But anyway, that's all the back. And we come back to the present. 2003, when the smiling faces attacked the UN. I guess this was at they were signing the peace accord or whatever.
It's just a terrorist attack.
And then, they just blew up the UN.
So they had a solid 5 years of peace.
Yeah.
Yep. Until someone decided to make exploding.
It's the least believable part of this story.
Someone shit in an apple pie.
Classic American. But then this killer7 are called because apparently they're well known as the best assassins in the world. And they're called to end the smiling faces.
Which is, I was just going to say it's odd because this is pretty much the last we hear of them.
Last we
like
heard
the smiling faces or the heavens face, whatever they're called. Like, they're basically out of the story for the rest of this.
I just assumed they were the generic
They were
enemies.
all the enemies, yeah. You had to shoot them before they exploded.
But in the beginning, they're like this cohesive terrorist organization that does the strategic bombing. And then by the end of the game, they're just the faceless enemies you shoot.
Yeah, you're just going into buildings full of them. It's like, oh, what the fuck are they doing?
Right.
Fair. I get you. Then I think this is a flashback. I don't know. But we see Garcia and Harmon talking, and there's this Samantha lady, and she's treating Harmon like shit.
I don't understand this at all.
I just assumed it was a different version of Samantha.
Yeah,
like
I
how
thought it
there's
was like a
Killer 7.
flashback, and then...
No, I think it's just when he's asleep, he's getting his ass kicked, and then he wakes up. Because I'm pretty sure they're all part of his head, I think.
Is it like him? I don't even know where to unpack this, because it seemed like when Garsham saw him, she was kicking his ass or like dressed as like a naughty schoolgirl and beating the shit out of him. And then when he wasn't there, she was just like a nice
She was like
lady who was-
robotic and fucking hypnotized.
I just assumed she was just like the Killer 7. Different person, different thing.
Maybe?
Yeah, maybe. Who the hell knows? That was not covered very well.
No.
That is not the only thing we're not going to understand by the time we wrap this up.
I'm sure Suda51 just likes to get beat up or something. I wanted to put it in the game.
No kink shaming here.
No king shame. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah, please. But then, back to the present. Somebody's fired 200 intercontinental ballistic missiles at Japan. And that's going to fucking wipe Japan off the map.
Oh, no.
Yeah, like a lot. Like 5 times.
Exactly. But we'll go. You get the assassination mission to go kill Fukushima, who I believe he was a higher up in the Japanese UN party which is trying to infiltrate the United States.
Yes, this game has now shifted into a political thriller.
Yeah.
Try to keep up, people. Like, this is... Oh, God.
So you go to this Japanese restaurant in Washington, and you talk to some ghosts again, and you become one of my favorite killer7, the Lucha Libre guy. Mask Day Smith, I think they call him.
Yeah, since Harmon's last name is Smith, and all of these assassins have the last name of Smith.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was Mask Day Smith.
And he's talking to some chef or whatever. And the chef shoots a bullet at him. And I'm pretty sure the mask headbutts the bullet.
He does. It was the coolest part of the video.
Yeah, you're goddamn right he does. It's like, bullet to the head, fuck you, head. But hits the ground.
Crushes the bullet.
That had to be the coolest part of the game. I was like, oh man, this is going to be awesome. But that was it.
But that was it.
So okay, you get up to Fukushima. And I guess you turn back to Harmon. So you're talking to Fukushima.
You can turn it to whoever you wanted, any of these.
Oh. Well, you're talking to Fukushima. And his secretary comes in and kills him right in front of you. And you're like, what the fuck, man? That was my assassination. So you fight her and kill her.
Which I don't understand that part either.
Yeah, like why'd you kill her? Your target was done.
I think it had something to do with, like, if he died, then Japan was going to blow up. But if he was saved, then... Because they didn't want to know if they were trying to decide if they were going to waste the missiles to save Japan or not.
Yeah, exactly.
And I guess she just wanted Japan
And it was all up to the UN party to decide how this would happen.
I guess it's...
Oh, so you killed her because she killed Japan?
I don't know. Political. Some crazy political
That makes
commentary.
the most sense.
Let's go with it. I like it.
All right. So that's the end of that mission. So you're on to your next mission.
That's the end of that chapter.
You have to kill...
Nice.
kill Jean DuPaul.
Yeah.
He's a spy who worked at Fukushima. I think he's the chef that tried to shoot you.
You would be right if you guessed that.
Nice.
So you go, you find him, and you take him out.
Yeah.
And
Japan isn't too happy that they're going to die.
no. So you're...
I can't imagine why.
Yeah, I mean...
So they all just start beating off.
plummeting to their certain doom.
And they pulled it out, and then they started beating off as well.
All of a sudden, plane writes itself. Anyway. Then we have a flash to this meeting of top UN party people.
I was confused on who was on what party the entire game.
I think we only
I
see
have no
UN.
idea.
Oh, maybe.
I don't think we see any liberal party.
Goddamn liberals.
Yeah, you know
Right?
what? Fucking snowflake cucks.
Yeah. Ripping
Yeah,
down
right.
statues and shit.
QAnon forever. I don't really believe that. I'm not that stupid. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm
2 out of 3 of us aren't.
I'm sure if you put that on a hashtag, we'll get some viewers.
Yeah, easily. Hashtag QAnon's true.
True and on.
Oh!
Oh, nice.
But no one would look for that.
No. But in this meeting, there's 2 older gentlemen who are the current leaders of the UN party and a younger man who's kind of upset with how they're running things. So one of the older men slides him a gun. He's like, here you go. Fucking kill us.
Yeah, what are you going to do about it, tough guy?
I'm going to show you balls, bro.
Shit or get off the pot.
There was some crazy, crazy diatribe where they're like, that's just how it is, you know?
Yeah.
The young murder the old in cold blood in a boardroom or some crazy shit like that.
Like,
I'm paraphrasing, but like barely.
Yeah. They're like, we're not afraid to die. We know this is how it goes. And then, boom, Kunlan just appears there. He's talking. And I don't know if he controls the younger man or if he just talks him into it. But the younger man shoots them both in the head.
Go ahead, coward. Shoot him.
Yeah. And
Was that what it was? Like an egging him on type thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
And then the dead bodies start talking with their heads blown half off.
Yeah, and if you think about it in your head of what it would look like, that's what it looked like.
Yeah, they nailed
It's like
it.
just like one of the guy was just a bottom jaw, I think.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Kind of reminded me of like South Park animation.
It's like they were Canadian.
Yeah, sort of.
Nice.
And then we get Tank Top here. He's like, I guess he tells you where the young guy is, and you're supposed to go find him. And take.
Because is he in charge now? Is that what we're supposed to get from this?
Yes, he killed these two older men and became the new leader of the UN party.
Oof. Okay.
It's kind of like Highlander rules.
And then there's this scene where it's four guys playing like some mahjong or something,
This didn't make any sense.
and then they all kill each other
Yeah.
like a Mexican standoff type thing.
From what I read after the fact, these were all supposed to be like high-level politicians, like the guys behind the scenes that really get stuff done.
Okay.
And it was supposed to show us that we think of politics as like shadowy figures doing backward deals, like the West Wing or something like that, but it's actually a bunch of fucking idiots who get slightly mad and blow each other's heads off for no reason.
Oh, so profound.
Well, I
Right?
mean,
Right?
who believes either of those things?
I do.
I
Suda
know
does.
you do.
But anyway, you go on and you fight the two dead guys because apparently you went to the boardroom where they died.
Yeah.
Killed the dead guys.
Yeah.
Early in the morning, in the middle of the night.
Oh, shit. And then out of nowhere, there's a televangelist terrorist guy on TV.
Dude, where did he come from? Like, what? I don't understand his existence.
I just assumed it was the end of that chapter and the beginning of the next one.
Yeah. And he just saw this on TV? Or was this like somebody gave him?
I think it's supposed to set up for
His next-
when you get your next job.
Yeah.
The guy's name was Almeida, I believe.
All media.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, he was. But he's talking about blowing up some concert hall, and then he just blows it up behind him. He's like, check that out.
Pretty fucking cool, right?
Yeah.
Boom.
Find me, loser.
And we cut back to Harmon and Samantha boning for no fucking reason.
Were they? Well,
I
guess
don't know if they
boning.
were because everybody had their pants on. It was weird.
She had a skirt,
Yeah,
though.
but it didn't seem what I would say as consensual.
I think Harmon wanted it.
He was passed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's old.
Look, I'm trying to get you guys in on this men's rights groups thing I've gotten into. So.
Me too. Hashtag.
But anyway, that was pointless that they had that.
Yeah, I didn't even write it down.
And you talked, and then you just decide, this televangelist terrorist guy, he's wearing a Texas shirt. So I'm going to Texas, and I'm going to find him.
He called me a coward.
I love the logic. It's like he's got a shirt that says Texas. No one wears that shirt unless they're in Texas.
Exactly.
Well, he's almost right.
He's almost right.
Yeah, because he just goes to Texas and starts asking around. He's
Yeah.
like, you know,
Which one of you idiots wears the Texas shirt?
You gotta know who this Alameda guy is. He runs into a postal worker who tells him, "Yeah, I used to work with him. He used to work here in the post office, and one day he becomes this corporate manager guy."
I like how he talked with an almost New Jersey accent.
Yeah.
Hey, he's fucking New York. Yeah, he's the manager guy. Gabagoo.
So he runs this company called First Life Inc. And it doesn't do anything. It just has commercials and it makes money somehow.
What do? We make money.
Yeah.
How'd you do that? By working hard and making money. Well, yeah, but shut up.
What do you sell? We just make
We
money.
sell commercials.
What do you do? Get paid, son. That's what we do.
But then Olameda picks Clarence, one of his workers, and gives him a car. And he's like, "Here you go."
And you get a car.
And then he's like, "Try to survive," or whatever.
Yeah. Mad Max style.
Didn't understand that either. And Olameda is captured by some military. But before they can kill him, his head shoots off, and there's a blood geyser just fucking covering the entire military and killing them with some I guess he had the disease.
He has all kinds of diseases. He explained to you before.
Oh, yeah. He said he like injected
himself with all kinds of
every
diseases.
disease.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ. Yeah, and for some reason, his blood is toxic and kills people, but Kaeda, one of the assassins, the Japanese woman,
Yeah.
she uses blood to, like, open doors and solve puzzles?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
So
a
I don't
blood
know.
witch.
Similar to Jericho.
Yes, that's the move. That's the game.
Gotcha. Oh, I'm sorry. I was being a fucking idiot. I'm sorry, guys.
Dude,
Fuck
learn
me, right?
something once in your life.
Yeah, more blood witches, right? Ah, jeez. I have my head so far up my ass. Sorry, guys.
He never understood witches.
No.
But after this blood geyser shit, I'm pretty sure you kill him.
I'm pretty sure it's like the boss of that one.
Yeah, it's the boss battle. And this Clarence guy comes back in the car. Apparently he survived. So he's the new owner of First Life Inc. Good for him.
Yeah. Boom.
Boom. Onto an office building. And you're just massacring people.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Is it this like a flashback kind of?
I think so. I just have office building massacre.
Yeah.
Question mark.
I have, kills random people.
Yeah. And then you get your next target, who is a child kidnapping organ stealer. And his name is Ayame Blackburn. Ayame Blackburn.
Was it a guy?
No.
Okay.
She was another anime person.
Yeah, she dressed like an anime.
Yeah.
And when we say dressed like an anime, we mean the animation style of anime. Like,
Yeah.
that animation style was completely different than the rest of the game. She just pops up.
Exactly.
I thought it was like a mask, like Handsome Jack.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah. I think there's like a sect of people who dress like that with one of those big anime masks. I don't know.
Are they like furries and
kind of, yeah.
Scalies? Is that what they were called?
No.
Oh.
Something else.
Weren't those the people that dressed up as dinosaurs and fucked each other?
I thought that's what it was, but Chump Slap said it was something else. I don't remember what they were. Once
Well,
again, not
someone write
kink
us an
shaming.
email. Explain it all to Chump Slap
No kink
in
shaming.
vivid detail.
We're just not in the knowledge of all of this.
Yeah. I don't want to sound like an idiot.
Yeah.
Right.
Apologize for any offense.
All right. But then you run into Pedro Montana.
Which is a ridiculous name.
And somehow not even like the top 20 most ridiculous moments of this game. Somehow.
Yeah. And you kill his entire family. And then you kill him because I guess he was helping Ayame, whatever. He was helping her kidnap people and harvest organs or whatever.
You know what? You know how fucked up this game is? I completely forgot about the organ harvesting subplot. Like that didn't even. It's not even on my radar anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but he's killed by Curtis, who is the guy who killed Dan Smith, the punter from the East Coast team.
He's someone from Dan Smith's.
Yeah.
No, he was the West Coast team from Key and Peele.
Oh, gotcha.
Dan Smith, BYU.
Oh, I was like, I don't have that written. I'll reckon. All right. You kill the anime lady, and then there's another flashback about how the albino guy died.
Curtis. The guy who killed Dan. And he gets like hung up in the stupid...
I thought he was the albino guy that you could turn into.
No, Curtis is the bad guy.
Yeah.
He's the white hair guy.
Well, you can become...
They all look kind of similar. It's hard to...
Yeah, because Kevin the albino is one of the assassins. Okay, I didn't understand who that was. Yeah, all right. Here are my notes. I have kill albino and flashback. I don't know what's happening.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I get it.
And this was a whole different animation style too. This was like a cartoon.
Kind of reminded me of like Aeon Flux.
Yeah. But then we go on to our next mission.
The best one of the game.
The Handsome Man. So you decide to go after the writer of the comic because whatever's written in the comics happens in real life. And in the newest episode, the killer7 is killed by the Handsome Man.
Yep.
So you decide,
The Handsome Men are like
Power
Rangers, right?
Yes.
Like that's okay.
There's 8 or 9 of them.
Yeah.
I didn't know what else they could have possibly been.
But you go to
Handsome Beam.
what?
Handsome Beam is what they do all the time when they shoot our eyes.
Yeah, you go to like the Dominican Republic, I think he says, where the comic writer is.
Yeah, Trevor.
Yeah.
You say that with such disdain.
It's just
Fucking
uncreative.
Trevor. They just had, what was the Montana guy's first name?
Pedro Montana.
Pedro Montana.
Yeah. And then Trevor. I get it. I get your outrage.
I mean, it could have been Trevor Montana and Pedro, and then, it would have been fine. But
Yeah. But you go to the writer, and he's like, I could make anything happen. The handsome men are coming through that door to kill you right now.
I write it to make you lose.
And you're like, okay. And you fucking kill him. And you kill one of the handsome men,
Well,
right?
you fight one of them, but the handsome man accidentally kills Trevor,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
which I don't think is how he wrote it.
No, definitely not.
No.
But you
doesn't
do
sound
kill
right.
that one then after he kills
And then
him.
we'll find out why later on.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
But then the handsome men are like, you know what? Let's get out of the DR. Let's go to New York.
Yeah.
7-on-7, Times Square. See you
Seven
That
there.
of
was
us.
so fucking weird. They're like ready to throw down. And then they're like, no. New York, Times Square. Like noon tomorrow or something like that.
Yeah.
We're fighting there for some reason.
Time
this place isn't
duel.
good enough. I don't.
Because it's going to be 7-on-7. But
wonder
there's
if
8
this-
of us. Handsome man.
I wonder if you actually fight each one with a different character.
I think so.
Because I didn't watch the speedrun of this game. So
No, I didn't watch any gameplay. But you go there, you fight, you win. Because Killer 7's better than Handsome Man.
Fuck yeah, they are.
And
If I had a nickel.
then a gamer girl just shows up out of nowhere. She's like, I was the one who invented this whole thing. I knew it was going to happen. I'm the one who pulls the strings and creates the propaganda. So,
I wrote it that you won. Good job.
yeah, I wrote that you won. See you in the next episode or next issue. And then, boom, game over.
Yeah, it was like a Nintendo 8-bit game over sequence.
Yeah, and it showed the characters that didn't look anything like the characters in the game. It's weird. I didn't understand that part at all.
No, right there with you.
Oh, yeah. And then we have a flashback to like a gimp guy. He's in some type of sexual bondage shit, and he falls off a roof.
Yeah, it was really weird. Kun Lan was there.
Yeah. But we haven't even said anything about it. He's another one of the ghosts that talks to you.
Dude, there's how many are there? Like 5 or 6?
Well, you also, like, during the game, the ones you kill in the game talk to you sometimes,
Yes.
too.
That's right.
Like
yeah,
the handsome men and...
And Fukushima and shit. Yeah, they all show up a little bit.
Was it supposed to be like a? I think the reasoning behind this was because your 7 personalities or people that are within the mind realm of Harmon, since they can go in and out of that, they're able to see the dead. I think that's what they said, or that was their excuse for why you saw these
I
people.
kind of thought it was just like how he got you to be part of it.
Yeah, because
Is the same reason they're there.
he could absorb
Right.
the
Yeah.
dead soul, but I guess he could just talk to him too.
Well, maybe if like he couldn't control part of it and they had something like that. I just thought of this as a lot as like that movie with John Cusack.
Hot Tub Time Machine.
Yes, yes, and Amanda Peet, where they're in the hotel.
1408.
No, but they're all like,
Oh, where he's like all different.
yeah, they're all different. I kind of took it like that, sort of,
Yeah.
but IRL.
It's bothering me so much. I have to look.
Yeah,
this
you gotta
up.
look that up.
Something 8.
Death.
Yeah, that was like Motel 8 or something like that.
I don't
Not
know.
Motel 8.
No.
It is. I'm looking at it right now. Shit. What year was it from? No, it's not 1408.
Early 2000s.
Early
Is it
2000s.
like one word?
Yeah, like Identity or something.
Yeah, I think it was Identity.
Was it Identity? Yeah, it was Identity. 2003. He played the character of Ed.
Good pool.
Good job.
All right, but anyway, after this sexual bondage kid, guy, whoever.
Once again, no kink shame.
No.
No, absolutely not.
I know. I was like, can I say gimp? I don't know. Is that offensive?
Is that I don't know. We really got to research some of this more.
Yeah, somebody let me know. Send me an email.
Yeah. For sure.
We see Kunlin and Harmon playing chess.
Oh, more dark versus light bullshit. I mean, iconography.
Yeah.
And they're talking about some football star who murders or...
Yeah.
I don't know. Just some tragic story, I guess. Or maybe one of the assassins. I don't know.
We'll call it the story of Soapy the Clown.
Yeah,
It
perfect.
might have been. So after that weirdness, you're on to a meeting with Mills again, because he's the one who tells you who to assassinate.
Millsy!
And he's going to tell you some weird shit. He's like, I got to really tell you. Bam! Assassinated himself.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't kill himself, but he gets assassinated.
He assassinated himself. You got to kill this guy. Gonna get the money up front.
That Kids in the Hall sketch.
Yeah. It's one of the best ones they did.
But he gets assassinated before he could finish telling you a story about something. I don't know.
Yeah, he was talking to you about the politics that are going on, but
Yeah.
someone snipes him, and then you escape Captain America style.
Something about 30 years ago. You escape. And then you're ordered to kill Matsukin, who was the younger kid who killed the two older guys. He is now the UN leader, which we just found out his name, I think, here. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't even think we ever found out his name.
So you go to the Union Hotel, and the guy at the counter is like, "Yo, I remember you. What are you doing back?" And you're like, "What?" And he's like, "It's a time for a reckoning or some shit."
Yeah, this is a flashback now.
Yeah. And then this part, I don't know. You just everything starts, like they start telling you who you are, where you came from.
Yeah.
And then you find Mills' killer. I don't remember her name.
I just wrote new informant. I didn't know.
Yeah, she just tells you about that. And then you find Benjamin Keene. And he wants to play Russian roulette with you. And he's some type of politician.
Is he supposed to be the president?
I think so, of something. Or maybe like a high-powered leader.
Yeah, maybe like a congressman or something.
Yeah. And if you win Russian roulette, which means he ends up dead, he'll give you info somehow.
I love this fucking... And if you lose, you have to kill the president.
Yeah, so he's not the president, but you have to kill the president if you lose. But he has to know that you don't die if you...
He has to know that you're immortal.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, but then... Well, I guess he could give you information as a ghost.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's what he was talking about.
Yeah.
So then they play Russian roulette.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's like, this gun holds 7 bullets.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
And then you get some type of warning. Who gives you this warning? T-shirt or tank top?
I think it's tank top.
Yeah.
That all the politics are manipulated.
Yeah, and he's like, you don't want to dig any deeper.
Yeah.
But then you go to a school that trains assassins.
It's the education ministry.
Yes. And they talk about how they manipulate the votes.
It's a very convoluted plan to get nothing accomplished.
Well,
It was something like, since most polling stations are schools, the real person in charge is the minister
he gets
of
to manipulate
education.
the vote.
Yeah, he changes them so whoever they want to be president is
Yes,
president.
and it's all run by the UN party of Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't make sense from a conspiracy standpoint, but then
No.
again, none of them ever do. So
I mean, QAnon would laugh at this.
yes, exactly.
Which is not great. And then, did you guys see how you beat this quote
Is it you
unquote
talking
boss?
about the guy who's hanging from the
Yeah.
gymnasium? No.
He's a boss in the game, and you know how you do the secret or the aiming thing where you see their weak spot and then you shoot their weak spot.
Yeah, okay.
That's how you kill the Evan Smiles people because you're the only one that can see that.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
But his weak spot is a huge inflamed testicle, and you just keep shooting it until he dies. Like, he doesn't fight back; he's just a hanging dead person, and you just
I
keep
think
shooting
you
him.
made it a
balls.
testicle.
Dude, go look it up. I swear to God, it's supremely stupid.
No.
Believe it or not.
In this game? Well, anyway, after you kill that guy by shooting him in the testicle and finding about the manipulated votes or whatever, I don't know if this is a flashback or you do go back to the hotel. I think you go back.
There's
to
a
the
flashback
hotel.
of the hotel there,
Yeah.
yes.
And you flashback, and it's you,
Garcian,
killing all of the other members of the Killer7.
Yes.
50 years ago or whatever it was. Oh, it turns out apparently you were trained at that school you were at.
The education ministry, because they train spies,
Yeah,
assassins.
Exactly.
Of course. Duh.
And then Mill's ghost comes out, and he's like, he tells you who you actually are, which is Anir Park Reiner or whatever.
Sure.
Who was the kid?
I just wrote down Amir.
Yeah. Yeah, it has no, you never heard this name before.
Yeah.
And
No, it was like a big reveal, and then it's like, who? What?
yeah, apparently there's like, you can read stuff when you're at the school, and it tells you the whole story about this Amir guy.
Yeah, you figure out that you were controlled by government agencies. And
Yeah, exactly. And then we're back to the chess match.
Yeah.
And I don't know who. I guess Garcian slaughters both
yeah.
people.
It wasn't me in the flashback. And he kind of just kills them both.
Yeah. And then there's another scene where Garcian kills himself. I guess that was the flashback of when he died.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I gathered.
Yeah,
that
that's
it
what I
was
got
his.
from it. I mean, we could easily be wrong about every single thing we talked about in this game so far.
Absolutely. Easily.
And then, okay, we're almost there, guys. After everybody's dead, and I guess Garcian is the only one left, because all the other Killer7, did they die again? I don't know.
Well, I think once Harmon was dead, you can't do anything.
We can't chain back. Okay. Then you find a guy at a desk. And you're like, who the fuck's this guy? And it's Matsukin, the younger kid who killed the older guys and is now the leader of the UN. And he's like, look, you can kill me and the US will beat Japan and that's it. Japan will be wiped off the map. Or you can let me live and Japan
somehow doesn't get wiped off the map.
Japan will continue to pull the strings in your United States elections and keep doing this shit. And you get a choice there. And also, the last Heaven Smile is right behind this door. So, whatever your choice, you can kill me or not, and then go behind this door and kill the last Heaven Smile. So, in the one I saw, I think you let him live.
I think it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't think the ending matters, but
No, I don't think it does either, but
Like, it's the same exact ending whether you kill him or not. Just the only difference is you see him die on screen.
yeah.
That's it.
And then you open the door behind him, and the last Heaven Smile is standing there. And you know who it is?
Kunlun.
Iwazuri. The guy
What?
in the GIMP mask.
Holy shit.
And it's also Kunlun.
What?
Boom.
No? Wow.
Holy shit.
Oof.
So I guess you kill him. And then there's a scene that says Shanghai 100 years later.
Yep, of course.
And what do we see? The same original conflict between Kunlun and Harmon. Where Harmon shoots, Kunlun grabs the bullet, flies across the fucking
Because
city.
they're both immortal.
And it's always happened this way.
Light versus dark.
It's classic.
Are we done?
Yeah, one more thing.
Okay, sure.
Through the whole game, you keep getting phone calls that are like, hey, don't forget your vote. The Republicans can help you vote or whatever. It's fucking
Yeah,
weird.
it was like a polling call. It's like, if you're not sure who you want to pick, make the most of your vote by voting for these assholes.
It was like the calls you got in Hotline Miami, where it was like, now you're supposed to go meet Mills.
That's what I got out of it too. It was like your mission
Yeah.
was given that way. What, was that not clear? Like,
No,
Was
it definitely was
anything
not.
clear?
no, this was not the most straightforward game we've ever done.
No.
No, that's why it was fucking amazing.
Have we picked a game that was more confusing than this?
Jurassic the Haunted.
That's
that was
straightforward.
That was pretty nuts. But I don't remember. Well, maybe Galarians we had a bunch of questions for, but for the most part, this
Galarians
game
made sense.
Yeah,
its
Galarians
own
had
way.
a story.
Yeah.
it had a narrative
Yeah.
that moved forward. This was like just symbolism, and we'll get to it. Let's just,
Kane and Lynch
fucking-
2.
let's
Great.
get to the end. All right. That does it. That's the game. That's it. Time for final thoughts. Who wants to start? I think it's the Dr. Syintist Day.
I think it is. I think we should ask him a couple questions. I don't know.
I don't need the questions.
I have a question for you, quick.
All right.
Like Dr. Syintist. It's unrelated, but would you play it? Would you score it? And did the story work for you?
Would I play it?
Of course I would.
I might. I mean, it's kind of... If it was like Fear, I don't know. I didn't actually see the gameplay. But if it's a first person...
It's on rails. Shooter.
Oh, it's on rails?
Yeah.
If it wasn't
Yeah, but
on rails-
it's not like Time Crisis on rails. It's like you're the character and you either run forwards or backwards on a rail and then you stop and shoot wherever you want.
Yeah.
It's not like the arcadey like shooter, light gun type style.
Yeah, they said it was a unique style.
Yeah,
I've never
it's-
seen it.
It's possible. Did the story work for me?
Oh,
I liked the idea of Harmon and all the assassins all being the same person. Kind of like Jericho, where you could switch players and have different abilities. I did like that. I did like the enemy. Well, Kunlun, not the random bullshit they threw in there in between.
Right, of course.
The story seemed like it could have made sense if I sat down and read pages and pages and pages about it. But I was completely lost on all the government thrown in stuff and like what was happening with the UN and how I was just completely lost. But I gave it 7. 7 out of 27.
Mm-hmm.
If we're being honest, that's a lot higher than I thought you would have went.
yeah, seriously.
Like a lot higher.
I mean,
Like, I
the
was
story
thinking this
was
might have been-
batshit crazy, and I don't really get it. But the rest of it, if you took the story out of the story, the rest of it I kind of liked, like the characters.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and like the guy who can the girl who can change reality by writing comics. Like all those were kind of cool. Just I don't understand the underlying government involvement, assassin school part.
Yeah.
It would have scored a lot higher if I would have been able to understand it.
Yeah. That part was kind of unnecessary.
But I mean,
it
if
got-
you thought that was high, let's see what Poppascotch has to say about it.
Ooh.
Ooh,
What'd
what
you
would
score
I-
it?
Ooh.
Would you play it? And did the story work for you?
Would you buy it on eBay?
Yes, the answer to that is a hard yes. When I started watching this video, it was probably the most confused I've ever been. And sometimes when that happens and I'm not really following, I'll go to Wikipedia.
I did do that, and I was still confused. Yeah.
Yeah, you had to just to understand it. And then when I looked at the Wikipedia, I'm like, how the fuck do you get that
Yeah.
from what I just saw?
Yeah, there was
That's
some
not
I
a
was
good
confused.
start.
Like, how'd they even come up with that idea? Like,
I think there's info pieces you can pick up in the game that you just read that weren't full info.
yeah, that
At
always
least
was
made
possible.
more sense. But I think that the game, like it's a story podcast. We're grading the story here, but I think the game as a whole works. Like it's weird because there's a whole bunch of different elements to this game, like the animation style, the story, the characters, the settings, and they're all bad. But when you put them together, it's like it kind of works. A lot of the analysis videos I saw, they were talking about how important it was, like the feel of the game is what people fell in love with, not so much the story or the art style or whatever. It was the feeling. And unfortunately, this isn't a feeling podcast. This is a story podcast.
Although feeling comes into it sometimes.
There were things of the story that were just bad. Like in the beginning, the Heavenly Smiles were the big enemy, and then you kill them, and 5 years later they come back, and then you kill them in the first mission. Then they're the standard enemies, but for the most part, they don't have any goals or mission or anything. They're just pushover enemies. It doesn't make sense because they set them up as this huge terrorist organization, then they basically just go away. Mm-hmm. And then the main bad guy, Kunlun, he's barely in this game.
Yeah.
So I thought there were some interesting parts, like the explanation of politics as chaos and instead of this highly organized group you think is behind the scenes running stuff, it's a bunch of fucking idiots who play Russian roulette and do other stupid shit. Which, now we're seeing that's probably how it is. So
2020 opens your eyes.
Wow, man.
yeah, like the whole piece, the whole structure of the politics, the whole piece in the game falls apart because everyone gets mad at each other playing mahjong. like that's yeah. So story, it was very confusing. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. Eventually, kind of did. I still am not sure.
Yeah.
So just because of that, I got to give the story like a 4. I'm going with 4 because I'm not saying your story doesn't have to be 100% straightforward, but I have to at least be pointed in the right direction. I shouldn't have to read a Wikipedia and watch 4 other videos just to figure out what the fuck happened at all. So that's it. That's what I'm going with. 4.
Okay.
I feel like there's someone else we should ask.
No, I think that's it. Let's go to
that's probably good.
Tom Hanks lock of the week.
All right. So, Chump Slap, would you play it? Would you score it? Did the story work for you?
Would I play it? I might. It's very unique. I never seen a game like it. I've never even heard of this fake on rails shit.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of questions that might be answered if I actually sat and played the whole game. Doubt it, but
Yeah, I wouldn't bet on that one.
did the story work for me? I don't think the story was supposed to work, which made it genius in my eyes.
Then did it work? If a story's not supposed to work, did it work if it didn't work?
Yes. I think the story worked. I don't know. Personally, I thought it was just,
Slappy.
to quote the Syintist, batshit crazy.
Yeah.
And that's a slapper. It really spoke to me on a personal level.
Yeah, no one was arguing it wasn't a slapper, by the way.
And the whole, like I said, the whole main part of the story with the Japanese-U.S. relations and how it works out, it was unnecessary. But the whole, just you being an assassin and having to kill these people because Mills told you to, that part of the story, it makes sense, I mean, you're just an assassin. You're just doing your job. And the parts where there were flashbacks, or were they? I don't fucking know. I like the confusing story myself. And I really like the different animation styles and all that shit. So, as much as you guys probably didn't like the story, I thought it was neat. I thought it was out there. It's something different. We've never seen storytelling like this before.
A bunch of monkeys typing on typewriters.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I gave it an 11.
Whoa, doubles its score.
Because it's slappy as hell.
It is slappy as fuck. What does that give us, a 22?
Yeah.
Wow, that's weird. That was exactly what we gave Gun last week. Still better than the 7th guest, Need for Speed Underground and Haze.
Oh, best
Big
game with a
surprise
7 in the title.
It's also the worst game with a 7 in the title.
Like I said, it was better than 7th guest.
Oh.
It's 4 points, or 6 points higher. 7th guest. We gave 7th guest a 16.
Out of 81.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn good.
Maybe that was the game we were talking about that was all confusing. Well,
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one was too.
Not nearly as confusing as this one.
I think it was.
doesn't matter anyway, because now it's time for our favorite segment of every week, which is the Tom Hanks content lock of the week.
Tom Hanks is a castaway. I don't know.
Already did that one.
I know. Well, then that's a no.
All right, so every week we ask Dr. Syintist for a 100% guaranteed pick of a good piece, solid piece of Tom Hanks content. He hasn't failed us once. This week, Dr. Syintist, what do you got?
Hold on one second. I want to see how he matched this to this game. This is exciting.
Well, all right. First off, there is absolutely no movie ever by anyone who's even close to this game. So
That's fair.
so I just picked most batshit confusing Tom Hanks movie to match to this one. And You've Got Mail.
That's a batshit confused.
Yeah, you make sense of that plot. Tell me that works.
Oh man,
I mean, they're both just crazy, insane,
that's not a
unbelievable
slapper
stories.
at all.
I think you should rewatch it.
On acid.
Yeah, watch it with your third eye.
Yeah.
Maybe, read between the lines.
Yeah, but that's as close as I can get to this story. You've got mail. I admit that was a tough one. I didn't know where to go. So
Cool.
All right. Well, that does it. You've got mail. Go check it out. That's
see if you can
the
make
pick.
sense of the plot and tell me about it.
Let's go ahead and move into our favorite segment of every week, which is Chump Slaps, Fuck, Marry, Kill.
I do.
Every week, we ask Sir Chump Slap. We give him, Dr. Scientist and I pick 3 characters in the game we just played, and he has to choose which one he's going to marry, which one he's going to fuck, and which one he's going to murder. This week, Dr. Scientist, it is your turn.
Oh, yay.
2 characters.
We'll go with Tank Top
Okay.
and the Sam, whatever her name was, the caretaker of Harmon.
Okay. Which version?
Both.
Oh, nice.
But it can only be one at each time.
Okay.
Can't be both at the same time.
That's cool.
Well, then I'm pretty sure that only leaves me with the last logical person we can use here, and we're going with the luchador mask guy.
Wow.
Yeah,
So-
that's a tough one, huh?
Not really.
Did you also notice too, Dr. Scientist? We didn't even talk about the wardrobe of Tank Top.
No, we didn't.
His shirts would just say like
Completely random.
sexual was one of them, I remember.
Yeah, there's some weird shit. And some shit didn't even make any sense.
No.
It's like,
And they were all completely skin tight.
yep. And if you knew anything about me, they didn't have sleeves, so he's got to die.
So you heard that, Tank Top, fucking dead. So you have to decide.
I'm sorry. I can't even justify any other choice but to kill that man.
Just because he doesn't have sleeves.
Yep. I fucking hate sleeveless people.
Most people don't have any sleeves, but
I have built-in skin flaps.
Gross.
It's pretty hot, no big deal. So we got Sam, and then who's the other kid? The luchador
yeah,
man.
He's got to marry one and fuck one.
I'd probably fuck Sam because I wouldn't want to be married to like some bipolar fucking weirdo who's either going
I think that would make a good married, but
yeah, but the luchador.
Keep it interesting.
he headbutts bullets.
He's fucking awesome. He's got me covered, man. He's a big, strong guy, and he's gonna fucking take care of me. Sam can't do that. She takes care
He's a
of.
big guy and he's good with knots.
So, okay, so that again, you're murdering Tank Top guy.
Yeah, sorry,
you
Tank
are
Top.
sleeping with Sam and marrying Luchador Day Smith.
Correct, sir.
Mask Day Smith.
Yes.
Masked Day
Are
Smith.
you going to take his last name?
No.
Oh.
Because that. Oh, yeah.
You heard it here first. Yeah. So let's say someone wrote a dissertation, maybe 10 to 15,000 words about why you should be taking Masked Day Smith's last name. Where would they send that email to, Sir Chump Slap?
You can send that to Chump Slap Day Smith via
At
Earthlink.
plottytime@gmail.com.
blind copy him on it.
Perfect. And what if someone maybe did like a bunch of Photoshop images of just, Chump Slap and Masked Day Smith being married and just, doing their regular everyday stuff? Where could they get those to us on the socials there?
At Plotty Time on Instagram and Twitter.
That'd be awesome.
And if anybody can explain the plot of You've Got Mail, put it in the comments of our YouTube channel, which is what, Poppascotch?
Ooh, go to YouTube, Plotty Time. We're not at Plotty Time, we're just Plotty Time. But our channel's there. All of our episodes, including the minisodes, are up there. You can play them, get around those work filters. Listen to those podcasts while you're at work.
Yeah, do it, guys.
Well, that about does it for us. So I guess, I don't know, go out there, play some games, and see if you can make sense of this fucking thing. Later.
Peace.